Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA Chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill Prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
And you're very welcome here to Kenny Park in Athenry for the Galway Senior Hurling Championship game between Craughwell and Athenry. It's Group 4 of the Senior Championship. It's round 2 and it's Ardrahan taking on Craughwell. I may have said Athenry there, but it's Ardrahan taking on Craughwell in this championship game. Both teams had contrasting fortunes in the first round. Ardrahan had a big win over Castlegar, while last weekend Craughwell, they went down to Sarsfields. We'll go through the teams. We'll start with the Craughwell team first. And they have in goal number 1 is Dara Gilligan, a full backline of number 2 Mark Monaghan, 3 James Graney and 4 Adam Stewart. The half backline wearing number 5 is Gerard O'Halloran, number 6 is Stephen Hines, and wearing number 7 is Mark Horn. The midfield pairing will be number 8 Patrick Monaghan and number 11 Thomas Monaghan. The half forward line will be number 10 Ryan Howley, number 9 John Graney and number 12 Jamie Ryan. And the inside line wearing number 13 is Adrian Prendergast, number 15 Shane Dolan is at full forward, and Tiernan Lean wears number 17. Now there may be some positional changes from that which is named there, but that is the Craughwell 15 that we have been told. The Ardrahan team line out as follows. Without Johnny Glynn today, of course, he was outstanding in the opening round victory over Castlegar. They have Derek Fahy wearing number 1, he's the goalkeeper. The full back line is number 2 Gerard Ford, 3 Michael Walsh and 4 Cormac Diviney. The half-back line will be number 5, Keane Walsh. At centre half-back will be wearing number 14, Keenan Fahy. And number 6, Conor Cosgrove, is at left half-back. The midfield pairing is number 10, Oisin Slevin, and number 17, Pierce McCran. The half-forward line wearing number 9, Ross Albertini. Number 7, Ben O'Connor, and number 8, Owen Murphy. And the full forward line is number 15, Liam Ford, number 11, Jason Kennedy, and number 12, Ira Litanian. Those are the 2 teams that are on the outside, of course, but Johnny Glynn's presence obviously a huge loss to Ardrahan. He was brilliant against Castlegar. He was the fulcrum of that attack. They have put another big man, Jason Kennedy, in at the edge of the square, maybe try to replicate maybe what happened against Castlegar 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I suppose that's the big news here in Athenry. He was such a big influence on the opening round of fixtures, Johnny Glynn, and there was a lot of exciting talk around about him, and just unavailable for Ardrahan today. You mentioned there, Niall, 3 big men on the inside line. They were very direct in their play the last day. It'll be interesting to see will Ardrahan do the same. Our stats team are telling us here that there was only 6 points between the teams in this group in 2 weeks ago, with each team scoring between 20 and 26 points, so fairly even, no doubt. And I suppose Craughwell will be looking to build on their defeat to Sarsfields on their opening round. They weren't too far away at all, and they'll be hoping to get off the ground here with 2 points. Ardrahan, on the other side of things, they've been without Johnny Glynn for a long time, with him immigrated to America for a period of time, so they'll see that as the norm around the fixtures, and they've done very well with a young team to get back up from Senior B into Senior A, or Senior Championship as we call it now. So they'll take this head on, and they'll look to take one over on the neighbours. We saw yesterday, sir, the wind had a big bearing on the 2 games here at Kenny Park in Athenry. We don't know who has the wind in the first half here, but it's significant and it's still blowing across the field, similar to what it was like yesterday afternoon. Yeah, and I was in the games in Loughrea earlier, and those goalkeepers pucking the ball, hitting wide on the other end, pucking the puck out still into the pitch. So it is significant breeze. It's slightly across here. It was downwind in Loughrea. It's similar enough to where it was yesterday, even blowing down into the scoreboard in here. But it'll have a bearing on the game, no doubt, and teams should be prepared for that, even on watching yesterday evening's games. You mentioned Loughrea. You were there this morning. Obviously, the Senior B game first between your own club, Pádraig Pearses, and Beha. Beha winning that one. The second one after that, St. Thomas's went to town, I suppose, in many ways in the second half to show their experience. They were against the wind in the first half. I think they went in 3 points up, but it was ended up 331 to 210 over Portumna. St. Thomas is really, obviously, the standard bearers going for 6 in a row, and they have set their stall out early with 2 statement wins really over Gort and Portumna. Yeah, and if you look at them in detail, they'll still be the team to beat. You could say they're down a few lads, but they seem to have lads coming back, and those that are there, the old stalwarts as we call them, are
looking fit and looking good, and they'll set the standard. If you've seen the minute the ball was thrown in, they were trying to create goal chances. There was a ruthlessness about them, and took them a while to find their feet. Joe Canning went full forward and caused them a little bit of trouble, no doubt. Got a goal from play and a penalty, but second half just showed their force, I suppose, in the championship.
Yeah, they have 2 wins on the board, and we saw yesterday evening, Clymer Daly. They have 2 wins on the board as well. They defeated Clarenbridge yesterday evening, while Loughrea also with 2 wins, they defeated Capatagal. For these 2 teams, contrasting fortunes last time out, as we said. We're almost ready to go here. Liam Gordon's the referee. Ardrahan, they won their first game. A win today would see them secure a place in the knockout stages, while for Craughwell, they'll need to win this today. Of course, they were beaten by their opponents last week. That was Sarsfields. And of course, Sarsfields and Castlegar is the game that's coming up at 5:15 here in Kenny Park in Athenry. It's our last Sunday of the year here in Kenny Park in Athenry. I suppose, Cyril, sad to see the place close just at the time that the Galway Senior Championship is really taking shape.
Yeah, sure, it's the centre of hurling really in the county, has been for a long time, and it's a pity the pitch is in good condition, but we know it does need drainage works. We had commented on it here last year in commentary, and the deluge of rain it got was holding on the centre of the pitch there, so work is needed, and it's good that the money is being spent on it, and can only improve the ground.
Yeah, we're almost ready to go. The teams are getting into position for this senior championship game, as we said, between Ardrahan and their neighbours Craughwell, a local derby here. Nice fine crowd, it must be said, and it's a nice afternoon. We were wondering, was the rain going to come in, but it hasn't arrived as of yet, and it's Craughwell who have wind advantage in the first half here at Kenny Park, and Liam Gordon, the referee, just making sure everything is in ready. His 2 linesmen are positioned as well, and the ball is in. The game is on. The senior championship game between Craughwell and Ardrahan is underway, and it's Ardrahan's number 17, Pierce McCran, who tried to pick the ball up initially, but eventually Ardrahan do come away with the ball, and they get the ball back to Keenan Fahy. Keenan Fahy sprays the ball across the field, but it's intercepted by Gerard O'Halloran, the marauding wing back for Craughwell. Gets the ball up towards the full forward line, and the Craughwell man tries to pick the ball up under pressure there over on the far side of the field, but eventually it's played out the field again. There's a stalemate situation over on the far side of the field. Eventually Ryan Howley picks up the ball, and Ryan Howley is half blocked down there, and that's going to be the first wide of the day, and Darragh Fahy and the defence for Ardrahan guide that one out of the pitch, and it's a puck out here, and the puck out is to Darragh Fahy. Ardrahan, a big powerful man, over towards Ben O'Connor wearing number 7. He had a profound impact on the game last week when he came in as a sub, and eventually Craughwell win possession by Mark Horton, gets it further out the field towards Tiernan Lean, and he goes in towards Tom Monaghan wearing number 11. Monaghan tries to win possession, and Monaghan has fouled there, and Monaghan played well against Sarsfields last time out, got 3 points. Of course, he's a big leader in the Craughwell team, and we saw that the club championship, we saw him 2 years ago in the club championship. It propelled him into the Galway setup, and we've seen the last 2 years what he's done for Galway.
Yeah, and that's what you want. That's what you want, and I suppose that's what the Galway management are kind of looking at, seeing can good club hurlers get good form and bring that into an inter-county setup, and there's proof in that. And Tom Monaghan, he's been brilliant serving over the last number of years for Craughwell. Operating at centre forward, foul there. I think Pierce McCran was picking him up for a second. He'd come over here to wing forward, but a little bit of movement in the half forward line between the Craughwell lads. Yeah,
we have about a minute and a half gone here now, and it's a free in, and the free in is to Craughwell, and it's Adrian Prendergast who will take the free in for Craughwell. He's trying to open the scoring, and he has took the frees the last time out as well, and was quite competent, that must be said, and he stands over this free, and a chance here for him now to open the scoring. He's taking maximum concentration out of this as he hits the ball in towards the goals, and it proves fruitful for him because the ball has gone between the post, and it's the opening score of the game, and it's Adrian Prendergast who puts it over the bar from the free, and that's 1 point to no score. And I suppose from a free taker's perspective, Cyril, it's always nice to get the first one on the board.
Yeah, and in a nice position at that, and Ardrahan on the attack here now.
Ardrahan are on the attack here with Oisin Slevin. This will be a good score if it goes over the bar. It's a great response. 2 minutes in from Oisin Slevin, and he puts it over the bar. And if you're looking at the Ardrahan team, we saw them the last time out. They're a big, powerful team, Cyril, not a big bin. Oisin Slevin, one of those, good score, point apiece.
Took a good hit and didn't bother him, I suppose, and drifted off right and put it over the bar against the breeze. Tannium working hard here, corner forward.
Yeah, the short puck out is taken. It goes across the field, and Craughwell are trying to build from the back with one of their young players. That's young Stewart, Adam Stewart, getting it up the field, up towards the corner forward. That's a Jamie Ryan. Jamie Ryan takes on Gerard Ford. He goes past Gerard Ford. He's fouled, but he's still going on. His jersey's pulled a second time, and the referee decides that the advantage wasn't accruing there. But Jamie Ryan was going through there. But I think from Gerard Ford's perspective, it was thou shalt not pass Jamie, because I think he took a little swing out of him initially, and then he pulled his jersey as he went further on. So there was no goal going to come there.
No, but it's hard to stop Jamie Ryan now when he gets it in his hand, I suppose. He's direct, and he will cause any team a lot of trouble, and did very well there, did very well to take it. Craughwell had worked the sharp puck out fairly well and put it down into that corner where the breeze was blowing for Jamie Ryan to come on it. He's operating a full forward at the minute.
Yeah, Adrian Prendergast stands over the free. It should be a second score for him and put Craughwell in front again. We've 3 minutes and 25 seconds gone at this juncture in the game as Adrian Prendergast stands over the free, and a chance for him now to put Craughwell in front again. Adrian has already got 1 point. It should be 2. It is 2. It's over the bar, and Craughwell lead by 2 points to 1 here at Kenny Park at Athenry in the first, as I said, of the senior games here. Craughwell needing a victory. Derek Fahy, the Galway sub-goalkeeper this year, takes the quick puck out. It's won by Gerard O'Halloran, who bats it in towards Tom Monaghan. Monaghan's in front of his man. Monaghan looks upfield and he decides to play the ball across the field towards Ryan Howley, and Ryan Howley at the second attempt will go back towards his half-back line to pick the ball up, and off his left-hand side he gets Craughwell on the attack. Good ball up towards Adrian Prendergast. Adrian Prendergast transfers that in towards Patrick Monaghan. Patrick Monaghan has got a runner. That runner is Ryan Howley. Ryan Howley is going to go for a score from out the field, and Ryan Howley puts the ball between the posts. Good score by Ryan Howley, and Craughwell worked that extremely well. Their hand work was extremely good. They worked into position, and Ryan Howley puts it over the bar, 3-1.
Good finish by Howley, I suppose, but the good work is from Craughwell. They did a lovely range of passes to each other, and Howley just picked himself up in a position where, when it was square to him, he popped it straight over the bar.
3 points to 1. Craughwell come on the attack again. Wind aided, as we said. That's out towards Gerard O'Halloran, off towards Ryan Howley, but he's intercepted by Ross Albertini. Albertini sprays the ball across the field. Pierce McCran has it. He gives it off to the onrushing Keenan Fahy. Keenan Fahy coming up from centre half back, goes for a score from out the field. Keenan Fahy high in towards the goals, and Keenan Fahy over the bar. Great score by Keenan Fahy. We've seen him playing in the half back line before for GMIT, as they were called previously, an ATU Galway this year. Good score for him. 3 points to 2. Lively start, sir.
Oh, lively start. Brilliant play by Ardrahan to get the turnover there, put pressure on Craughwell's hurling, and out to the centre back. Keenan Fahy was in an advanced position and carried across the halfway line and popped it straight over the bar. 3
points to 2, and the ball has gone out over the line there. Craughwell tried to work the ball out of defence, but it's gone out over the line on the far side of the field, and it's a line ball, and the line ball is to Ardrahan over there, and it's Oisin Slevin, the man who scored the first Ardrahan point. He's gone over to take this. His side are 1 point in arrears. It's 3 points to 2 at this stage. 5.5 minutes almost played at this stage in the game as he takes that quick sideline off towards Ben O'Connor. O'Connor goes for a score from the sideline, the man wearing number 7, and that's an exquisite effort by Ben O'Connor. He puts it over the bar, and as I said, he had a serious impact on the game when he came on against Castlegar in the second half last time out. I think he scored 3 or 4 points that day. He gets his first today, 3 points apiece. Good response by the Ardrahan man.
Yeah, fine block of a man. Craughwell looking to go short a lot, even with the breeze, with these puck outs, moving it through the lines, and you can see a style of hurling about them.
3 points apiece. The ball is worked up towards Tiernan Ling. Tiernan Ling tries to take on his immediate opponent out there, and that's a Keane Walsh, and that's going to be a free. And the free in, and Adrian Prendergast no doubt will take it. But 3 points apiece. We've 6 minutes gone. We've had a point a minute so far, if you want to go in that way. But it's been a lively start. Craughwell went 3 points to 1 up. Ardrahan came back, got the last 2 points from play, and Adrian Prendergast has a free for Craughwell. Probably the most difficult of the 3 that he's hit so far in this game, but he's been good so far. He's pointed 2. I'm sure he'll hope to put this one between the posts as well.
Yeah, pitch in great condition. I'd actually say it's probably been cut this morning night, even from yesterday evening, and they mightn't have got a chance to cut it yesterday morning with the rain, but conditions are dry and we're seeing very good quality hurling, and Keane Walsh should be a small bit disappointed there. He had a lot of good work done, showed him down the line, and just left the hand in a bit too long.
Yeah, free in. Adrian Prendergast takes the free, and Adrian puts it between the posts. I think 4 points to 3. Good score by Adrian Prendergast. You mentioned the pitch, and I'm sure Johnny Graney and his workers here and his team here in Kenny Park and Athenry give them credit for the pitch, having it in such a great condition for these games today, because I'm sure after Friday evening it was probably difficult to see the pitch in such good condition. Such was the rain we had on that evening here when Turlockmore took on Gort. That game ended in a draw. 4 points to 3, Craughwell lead. The ball is flicked out towards Adam Stewart. Adam Stewart is in position now for Craughwell, and Adam decides to go route 1 in towards the full forward line, but Shane Dolan has 2 men for occupancy there, and it's won by Ardrahan, and they come out from the full back line. Cormac Divney picked out Michael Walsh. He picks out Keenan Fahy, and Keenan decides to launch that one into the square. Jason Kennedy goes up for it. The ball is going to break though, and it's going to break into the path of the Craughwell man Stephen Hines. He gets it back to John Graney. Graney looks further out the field to Howley. Ryan Howley's seen a good bit of the ball in the early stages. Ryan Howley looks upfield, tries to get the ball forward towards Patrick Monaghan, but Keenan Fahy came across him, and Keenan left the ball behind him. It's picked up by Patrick Monaghan. Monaghan goes back to the brother. The brother is Tom Monaghan. Tom Monaghan goes for a score from out the field. Will it come in? It looks as if it will come in, and that's a good score by Tom Monaghan, and that's a good response by Craughwell, who now lead by 5 points to 3. But good play by the Craughwell men there. They work the ball out of defence, and Tom Monaghan puts it over the bar, 5-3.
Derek Fahy's not wasting time anyway against the breeze. He wants to get going. going, because he reckons Ardrahan are able to move the ball well and get scores on the board, and it's going inside now again.
Yeah, Ardrahan tried to get the ball into that full forward line, but they don't have the marauding presence of Johnny Glynn in there today. Jason Kennedy's beaten to the punch there and beaten to this ball by James Graney, and eventually the ball works itself out towards John Graney, and John Graney goes long in towards the full forward line where Adrian Prendergast comes out to win possession. He's going to go for his first score from play in this game. Adrian Prendergast does go for a score from play, and that's a good score by Adrian Prendergast. Good play by Craughwell. They worked up the field. The Graney brothers all the way to Adrian Prendergast. Good score, 6-3.
Yeah, super score. Sure. Prendergast is around a few years now. I have seen him play in school hurling, and I was very impressed with him at the time in Athenry, and I think his presence in the team has grown, and free taker and doing very well from play.
6 points to 3. That ball goes in towards the full forward. I'm looking for Jason Kennedy. He was very impressive last time out, and he's just have been fouled there by the fullback James Graney. Probably a free of the soft variety, I'd say, as that ball went in, but it's a free in nonetheless. But you can see what Ardrahan are trying to do there. They had Johnny Glynn in there. Obviously, the first day out, we saw Keenan Fahy a couple of minutes previous. That's there. He tried to put a high ball in there, probably held up a small bit in the wind. But they're trying to expose, I suppose, maybe the size difference maybe in that Craughwell full back line in comparison to the full forward line for Ardrahan.
Yeah, but Kindy is hard to handle in there. He's a big strong man, and he used his body very well to win that free. He's going to hit this himself, and they'd like to see him on the ball as often as possible.
Jason Kennedy makes no mistake. He puts it over the bar. He'll be happy with that. It's his first score of the day. That's 6 points to 4. He is the giant captain along with Iarla Tanian of the Ardrahan team. He puts it over the bar, 6-4. Craughwell take the quick buck out. They're wind aided. Gerard O'Halloran finds his centre half forward at the moment. That is Tiernan Lean. Lean goes long in towards the full forward, and the ball goes over the head into the path of Jamie Ryan. Jamie Ryan tries to come out the field. He's got support player in Tom Monaghan if he sees him. He's going to go for the score himself. Jamie Ryan, he's made the space, he's made the angle, and he's made the score as well. A good score by Jamie Ryan. It's his first of the day, and Jamie Ryan looks sharp in there at a full forward, and he looks extremely fit as well, Cyril, in there at full forward. 7 points to 4.
Yeah, he's looking trim in fairness to him, and he was a super score by him. Quick puck out again by Derek Fahy, trying to get it down here to Big Tan in the corner.
And Big Tan wins it in the corner, as you said, and he's going through, and Iarla Tanian going for the score. Iarla Tanian puts it between the posts. Good score by Iarla Tanian, 7 points to 5. And as we said, this is a really impressive start by both teams, as we see a Craughwell player down injured, but the referee though, or the Craughwell men get on with the game as quickly as possible. 7-5, Craughwell come on the attack. The ball goes out over the line. I think Stephen Hines is just after picking up an injury. I didn't see it, Cyril.
He's a kinesiology tape, they call it, Niall, on his hamstring, and I'd say he's struggling a small bit with that. I suppose from a game perspective, you're looking at Ardrahan. They're playing against a strong breeze. They've no one sitting back protecting. If they decide on Keenan Fahy to go back and protect the full back line, help out to try and deter maybe Jamie Ryan or Prendergast, you're leaving Tom Monaghan free to get on loose ball like he got the pint he got a few minutes ago. So it's really a decision where they want to apply the pressure. Do they want to apply the pressure on Tom Monaghan in the middle 8 here, or do they want to go inside? And sometimes they're getting caught a small bit between both, so they'll just need to keep an eye on that. Craughwell are working it very smartly, but it's in saying that it's 10 minutes gone and there's only 2 points between the teams, and a considerable breeze in it.
And it's a very open game, Cyril, as well. Like you mentioned, 10 minutes gone, it's 7 points to 5. Like, and probably as it's suiting Ardrahan or Craughwell from that perspective.
Well, Ardrahan want to play. They want to move the ball. We've seen teams over the last 2 rounds of the championship when they're playing in the breeze, trying to slow it down, trying to delay the half as long, the hurling in the half as long as possible. But Ardrahan are getting on with it, and they trust themselves that they'll get enough scores on the board with or without the breeze.
Now, Stephen Hines has gone off the Craughwell team here with an injury. Dean Callan is coming on at wing forward. That means that Ryan Howley, who'd been doing really well here on Keane Walsh, Cyril, has found himself over, I think, at midfield on the far side of the field, with Mark Horton now or Gerard O'Halloran, I think, in its centre half back, or is it Mark Horton's in its centre half back? But it's a major change. I think Ryan Howley has gone from the half forward line back to the half back line, and he was doing well here at wing forward.
Yeah, they're just shuffling the decks, and it's not simple that in regards if you have to move a few positions, especially when they've settled into a game. But Craughwell feel that's the best deal at the minute. Andy Cohen is with them, and a smart man, no doubt.
Yeah, the ball is won there by Mark Monaghan. It goes off. He's hurled over on the far side of the field. Has it gone out of the line? It has gone out of the line. The linesman Paul Fahy on the far side of the field alleges that ball has gone out of the line. Mark Monaghan and Liam Ford just shouldering one another there as that ball went towards the line. And Iarla Tanian is there as well, but it's Liam Ford who will take the sideline. Of course, he scored a goal last time out against Castlegar in Ardrahan's victory, their first round victory. 7 points to 5. We have 12.5 minutes played here as Liam Ford takes the sideline. He goes short towards Ross Albertini. Ross Albertini picks it up, gives it back to Liam Ford, and from the sideline Liam Ford is going to go for a score, and he makes it look very easy from that particular angle, and it was far from easy, but it was a good score by Liam Ford. It's 7 points to 6.
Made by himself. He went smart to the sideline, looked at good runners. He had 2 options, picked the right one, got it back, and made himself a yard or 2 with space in order to get a shot off. And Keenan Fahey looks like to have fouled Tom Monaghan or leg trip there. And Prendergast is going to get a free in here to try and extend it to 2 again.
Yeah, 7-6. A foul there, as you said, by Keenan Fahey on Tom Monaghan, and it's going to be a scoring opportunity here for Adrian Prendergast. And Prendergast has been deadly accurate from the frees so far. He's got 4 scores, 3 have come from frees and 1 has come from play. We have reached the 13th minute. We've had 13 scores. We possibly could have 14. It's end-to-end stuff here. The wind is coming down. I hope the rain stays away, Cyril, because there's fairly black clouds further away from us here. We can see them coming in towards Kenny Park. Just hope they'll stay away for the 2 games, as this free is going to be taken by Adrian Prendergast. He's looking for point number 5 for him of the afternoon. As I said, 3 have come from frees. The Ardrahan fans not too happy with. He's taken a bit of time, I think, with this free, and it's his own distinct style, and it's very effective so far, because he puts that one between the posts as well. 4 frees and 1 from play for him. That means that Ardrahan have 6 points, but Craughwell have 8, and Craughwell will be happy with that.
Yeah, delighted. Prendergast hitting him very well, and a bit of shouting at him to try and put him off, but he kept to his routine and did very, very well.
8-6 as the Ardrahan man pulls on the shitter there, Ben O'Connor, but I think it came off a Craughwell man, actually, did it?
No, you're wrong, Niall. No, he pulled again Ross Albertini. It came off his ankle.
Yeah, okay.
From what I seen, possibly, and Ryan Howley is going to come over and hit this one.
Yeah, I left my glasses at home. I know, Cyril, you brought the sunglasses, but you've taken them off.
There's no need for the sunglasses now at the minute, if them dark clouds come in, but hopefully they'll keep away for a while.
Yeah, Ryan Howley will take the sideline, back in the half-back line now, and it's a really good sideline by Ryan Howley. He launched it in towards Shane Dolan at full forward. Dolan puts up the hand and it breaks into the path of Keenan Fahey. Keenan Fahey has his brother Derek for support. He picks him out, a lovely ball right into his hand, and Derek Fahey looks upfield. He's out on the 20-metre line. He goes long with that ball, but Ryan Howley should cut it out for Craughwell. Howley puts up the hurl with one hand. It comes off the ball, comes off the hurl, just goes out over the line on the far side of the field, and a line ball to Ardrahan over there. 8-6. We have reached the end of the first quarter. Quick sideline taken to Liam Ford. Liam Ford has got support, but Craughwell have defended that situation well, as Conor Cosgrove picks it up. Cosgrove, I think, played hurling for Roscommon this year, and that ball is going to be resulting in a free, and the free in is to Ardrahan. And I'd say Jason Kennedy would just take his time coming out here with his side 2 points in arrears, but they're also playing against a fairly strong wind in this first half.
Yeah, Cosgrove's a hardy bit of stuff there, and brought it into contact and won the tackle over there, left-hander, and a fine wing back. And Kennedy with a chance here now. It'll be difficult, Niall, because his back is to the stand, but the minute this ball takes off away from the stand, the breeze is going to try and push it to that far post, and for the way that he strikes the ball, it'll be hard for it to hold.
16 minutes have been played here almost. Craughwell 8 points, Ardrahan 6 points, as Jason Kennedy takes the free. He launches it in towards the goals. He has got the distance, but unfortunately from his perspective he hasn't got the accuracy, and that one goes wide, and that's a wide for Ardrahan. That's their first wide of the day. I think Craughwell have also struck one wide, but it's 8 points to 6 as the goalkeeper Darrell Gilligan takes the puck out. It goes long in towards the full forward line, and out comes Jamie Ryan. He's got a support runner inside, but Jamie's bearing down on goal. Jamie gets the ball off towards Adrian Prendergast, comes inside his man, and it's blocked superbly though by Keane Walsh. And I think Keane Walsh got the full force of the hurl on the head that time, but he threw himself at that one as Adrian Prendergast was trying to bury the ball in the back of the net. But brave defending by Keane Walsh, but I think he's taken the full brunt of that one.
Yeah, scrambling defending by Ardrahan, but very brave. Came across it, didn't mind whether it was body, boot or head that was going to get in the way. He didn't want Prendergast to get a clear shot at goal, and did very well to deter that. Our referee Liam Gordon is pointing towards a hurl or a knock to the head, so hopefully he had the helmet on. He might be not too bad, I suppose, and continue to play. Yeah,
and this is going to be a free out. I'm after getting a text there telling me I was wrong there with that sideline, I think, as well, Cyril. So, but anyway, sure, that's no harm either. And I think it was the sideline there telling me I was wrong. I might be wrong from other reasons as well. But anyway, this is going to be a free out, and the free out is Ardrahan. It's an indirect free, but obviously he's back at his own full back line, Derek Fahey, as he gets ready to take this one. 8 points to 6 as that one is going long up towards the half forward line, and they'll try and win possession. And brilliantly taken out of the air there as Ardrahan's Owen Murphy tries to go forward. He's under pressure from Ryan Howley there. He drops the ball, but he picks it up at the second attempt, and he just gets the shoulder there that puts him further on, but unfortunately it goes wide, and that's 2 wides for Ardrahan, 1 for Craughwell. 8 points to 6. He was under a lot of pressure as he tries to tried to break away that time, Cyril.
Yeah, Gerard Halloran, good defending, put an awful lot of pressure on the striker of the ball, and just didn't get a clean shot at it.
Yeah, it's won by Mark Horton. He's under pressure from 2 Ardrahan men there. The number 7 gets the ball across the field towards Adam Stewart. Adam Stewart picks the ball up, comes inside his man, comes inside the second player as well, and decides to go across the field towards the man wearing number 10. That's Ryan Howley, and Ryan Howley looks up the field, tries to play a pinpoint ball, but it's intercepted there, and Ardrahan come on the attack, and eventually the ball is worked out towards Keane Walsh. Keane Walsh is under pressure there, but there's 2 Craughwell men on him. Dean Callan is one of them, Thomas Monaghan is the other one, and Keenan Fahy comes in to support his clubmate from Ardrahan as well. There's a situation out in the middle of the field where there's players on both sides battling for possession. The ball is going to break though towards Tom Monaghan. He kicks it back towards Ryan Howley. Howley tries to pick it up, and he's under a lot of pressure there as well, and eventually Ardrahan come away with it. Pierce McCran goes back to Keane Walsh, and from a standing position he just about gets away with that one, gets it in towards Jason Kennedy at full forward. Kennedy puts up the right hand, the ball breaks off his hand into the path of Liam Ford. Liam Ford tries to take on his man. Liam Ford does take on his man. These 2 Craughwell men for company here, tries to get the ball out towards Oisin Slevin. He got the opening score for Ardrahan. Will he get this latest score? He won't, because he's blocked down, and eventually Craughwell tried to come away with possession, and Graney tries to pull on that ball under pressure from Oisin Slevin, and eventually Owen Murphy tries to pick it up for Ardrahan. He does well to get it off to Pearson McCran. McCran going for a score. McCran high in towards the goals. They've worked hard for that one, Ardrahan, and eventually they get the score. Serious work there from both teams, but eventually the ball broke out to Pearson McCran. He puts it over the bar, 8-7.
A lot of them out on their feet. It was huge effort by Craughwell to try and deter the attack, and didn't try and get it out. And Ardrahan pursued, recycled the ball very well, and McCran put it high in the sky into the breeze and put it over the bar.
Yeah, 8 points to 7. Keenan Fahy wins possession at centre half back, and he launches it long down the field again, and Jason Kennedy goes up behind his man to try and win possession here, but that one goes wide, and if he had caught it, he was behind James Graney. It was a dangerous high ball. I'm sure Graney was just hoping that Jason Kennedy wouldn't catch that high ball, and he didn't.
He got just kind of ghosted in behind him there, and he was in a great position to take it out over Graney, and just failed to do so.
Darragh Gilligan takes the puck out. It breaks towards Gerard Ford. Gerard tries to pick up the ball under pressure from Shane Dolan, and Shane Dolan eventually gets the ball for Craughwell. Shane Dolan is going through. He's pulled around there. That's going to be a free, and the referees give the advantage. Craughwell have got a man inside here, but Tom Monaghan was going through, but the referee decides to bring the ball back as Tom hits that one outside the post and wide. But there was half a goal chance there. I think Adrian Prendergast had broken inside if Shane Dolan had been able to get the pass off. He wasn't able to get it off because his hand was pulled back, and it's going to be a free in and another scoring opportunity for Adrian Prendergast.
Yeah, Ardrahan will be a small bit disappointed they didn't get that puck out, turned back, I suppose, and they were put on the back foot straight away, and Walsh being put under pressure, having to give away the free, might have sensed the danger of a man free inside, and a chance for Prendergast, who has done very well so far from frees, and a pint got from play, so his confidence is fairly high, and we'll see can he put this over the bar to extend it to 2.
Yeah, he's got 5 so far. 4 of them have come from frees, and he has looked sharp. He's hit 4 frees. He's put the 4 of them over the bar, and a chance for him to score his 6th point of the day to add to the one he got from play as well, as he stands over this one. Adrian Prendergast makes no mistake. That's 6 points for him, 5 frees and 1 from play. He's on top form for Craughwell today from the frees, and the corner forward is a big powerful man as that puck out is taken by Darragh Fahy. Goes over to the far side of the field. It's now 9 points to 7 in favour of Craughwell as they win possession again with Ryan Howley, and Ryan Howley is playing well, and must be said. Gets the ball off to Patrick Monaghan, and he decides to first time the ball in towards Adrian Prendergast. Prendergast in front of his man, comes away from his man, but he goes for a score, but he just got under it a small bit there, and it goes over to the far side of the field, and there's a whole host of young lads battling for possession. So there's a fair match going on outside as well, as those youngsters behind the goals are battling for that ball.
Yeah, great to see it. I often had a few schlitzes in the pocket going home from Kinnear Park, and keep them coming back. Yeah,
Jason Kennedy wins the puck out from Ardrahan's perspective, and he's going to go through his foul there, and he came out to the half forward line. I think Tan has gone into the edge of the square, but it's going to be a free in, and a free in to Jason Kennedy. And we saw the value of primary possession there being won, Cyril. Jason Kennedy put up the right hand, took it out of the air, was fouled, and a scoring opportunity for him now.
Yeah, it was fouled, did very well to pluck it and made his way in field, and was fouled as a result. If Ardrahan can get this, they'll be back to 1 point, playing into a strong breeze now. 21 minutes gone. It's an important few minutes before half time for them. They've played with 6 forwards most of the half, which is very brave of them to do against such a strong breeze, and they'll be worth every minute if they can hold out for the next 10 minutes for a win in this game.
Jason Kennedy puts the free between the posts. That's point number 2 for him from the place ball. It's 9 points to 8 now. Puck out is taken. It goes long up towards Prendergast, and Adrian Prendergast has looked sharp, as we said. Adrian Prendergast goes for a score. He put the last one wide. He doesn't miss this one though. He does miss it actually. I thought it was going over the bar. It hasn't gone over the bar. That's 4 wides for Craughwell. He'd be more disappointed with that one, I'd say, sir, than the last one, because he hadn't made the space for himself to shoot that between the posts.
Yeah, 1 wide off the left, 1 right off the both on the same side, both off his right side. Sorry. and he'll be a bit disappointed because he's been moving well.
Oisin Slevin got the ball off to Ben O'Connor, and is the wind going to bring that ball inside the post? It's not, it's going to go wide, and that's third wide for Ardrahan. There's a point between them on the scoreboard, 22 minutes played here. This Brooks Senior Championship game. With Craughwell leading 9 points to 8. The puck out goes long up towards Shane Dolan, but it's intercepted by Keenan Fahy. Keenan Fahy gets the ball forward to Jason Kennedy. Kennedy for Ardrahan, he's a big man, gets Fahy on the run, and Fahy picks the ball up on the 45 metre line. They have to come inside two Craughwell men, the two Craughwell men wearing the red helmets, and Dean Callan is in possession. Maybe did Dean possibly foul his man, but the referee said play on. And eventually the ball goes long by Tom Monaghan in towards the full forward, and up they go forward, and the ball is going to break into the path of the man wearing number 4. That is Cormac Diviney. Diviney tries to come away with possession, but he's judged to have been fouled over there, and that's going to be a free out, and the free out is to Ardrahan. 9 points to 8, 23 minutes played.
He's around a while, Cormac Diviney, and used all of the experience there. Got back, he was the spare man, and he got back to help with the 2v2. Got down over the ball and won his free. Derek Fahy to launch this. Keenan Fahy coming from centre back, but in fairness, tagged by Tom Monaghan all the way, and got a turnover down here in this corner. Derek
takes the free, but it's intercepted by Jared O'Halloran. He hand passes the ball off to James Graney, and James Graney goes right across the field looking for Prendergast again, and Prendergast takes the ball down beautifully and makes the space for himself and finds Patrick Monaghan. Monaghan going to go for a goal, is he? He's not. He's going to tap it over the bar. Good work by Craughwell, good play by Craughwell, and it was a good crossfield ball, but beautifully taken down by Adrian Prendergast, and he just turned and he had the space made to lay it off to Patrick Monaghan. Good score, and Craughwell go 2 in front, 10-8.
Yeah, he could have popped it over himself, and he seen the run by Monaghan. When he came to Monaghan, I thought it was goal chance on. Shane Dolan wasn't too happy. He was in a position that he could have fired at it, but they wanted the point, and they got it.
10-8, Craughwell lead as Ben O'Connor gets the ball across the field, and eventually it's Ardrahan coming on the attack. The ball breaks though into the path of Pierce McCran. McCran looks across the field again, and he picks out Ben O'Connor over there, but he's under pressure from Adrian Prendergast. O'Connor plays the ball back the field, but it's blocked by a Craughwell player over on the far side of the field, and that's going to be a line ball. I think it was maybe Mark Horan, I think, that blocked that one. Over on the far side, but it's a line ball over there, and the line ball is to Ardrahan. 10 points to 8, 24 minutes played here. The first of the double header. Of course, the second game is the second game in this group. That sees Castlegar take on Sarsfields. Moving week, as they probably call it, in this year's championship, as we see Conor Dolan, the former coach of Ardrahan. Of course, his father still is on the line. I think he made a movement down to maybe to tell his father something on the line there, but brilliantly caught out of the air by Jason Kennedy. Kennedy takes on his man. He's surely fouled there. He is fouled there, and that's going to be a free in. And I suppose the pure power and the pure strength of Jason Kennedy won that ball, results in a free in.
He swapped his hands and to catch it, which is brilliant. And you'd often see, if you're catching with your right hand, that predominantly the back will go across to that side, and he just moved the hurl over and put up his hand. It's a great skill, actually, and it's something that probably wouldn't be practiced a lot at a younger level, is that being able to pluck it in your own primary possession with both hands. And Kennedy is causing a threat, and he's hitting the frees well, and he's taking the game to Craughwell.
Yeah, 25 minutes played here. It should be a score for Jason Kennedy. It is a score for Jason Kennedy. It's point number 3 from the place ball for Jason Kennedy, and that means now that there's only a point between them at 10 points to 9 with 29 minutes played here, and that's Jason Kennedy's third score of the day. They've all come from frees. Craughwell take the quick puck out again, but it's won by Ardrahan, and eventually Conor Cosgrove was hit late there as he gets the ball off to Ross Albertini. Ross Albertini sprays the ball across the field, but it's half intercepted there by Mark Horn, and the ball hits the ground as the ball is going to be won by Irla Tanyan. Tanyan decides to hand pass the ball over towards the far side of the field to Owen Murphy, and Murphy goes for a score, and Murphy puts it over the bar, the man wearing number 8, and that equalises the ball game at 10 points apiece with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, did very well. Owen Murphy did very well to continue his run. I thought he was going to stick the brakes. Tanyan did very well to see him. He was coming back into the pack. He knew well he wasn't going to race around 3 or 4 Craughwell lads and just popped a hand pass out over his shoulder, and the direction he had came from into space for Murphy to put it over the bar.
Yeah, 10 points apiece. We have reached minute number 26 as Conor Cosgrove was just getting some attention there. Just a possible late hit there on him as he got that ball away, but I'd say he's okay. He's a big, powerful man, and he is up. He's fine. And we'll get on with the game.
Puck out had popped out of his hand, and he was just moving it along the ground out. He knew the heat was coming, and the heat came in the shape of Thomas Monaghan with a rattle of a shoulder, and he's back up and ready to go.
Craughwell tried to work the ball out of the fence, and they do so with Ryan Howley getting the ball long up towards Shane Dolan. Shane Dolan and Gerard Ford battle for possession. The ball breaks through though into the path of Jamie Ryan. He just tried to pick the ball up, but the full-back Michael Walsh did well there for his side, and eventually it's going to be a free in. I think there is an advantage being played by Liam Gordon, and that's going to result in a free in, a foul on Jamie Ryan there, and it's going to be a chance here once more for Prendergast to put Craughwell in front.
Yeah, and you think it was advantage Walsh for a second, but then Jamie Ryan came away with it again and won his free. He's 2-1 now at this stage, and both very similar. Gathered into his hand and have a directness about him. We spoke about his strength, and a chance for Prendergast to put Craughwell 1 up.
Yeah. Adrian Prendergast has a chance here from the free to put his side in front again. I can hear the music coming from the fun fair outside, sir. You didn't try any of the hurdy-gurdies, as they call them?
No, there's a good crowd out there, Niall, though, in fairness.
You never know, we might try them after the 2 games. But anyway, this is a chance here for Adrian Prendergast as he gets ready to take this. Maybe the height might be against us, but anyway, we'll put that over the bar. He does put it over the bar, and that means it's 11 points to 10. And Prendergast, didn't he just put it wide, has he? He just put it wide, would you believe it? I thought that was one that he put between the posts. I was just about to mark it down, but I can scratch that one off because he's put it wide. But Ardrahan win the puck out with Ben O'Connor. This will be a good response, a good score by Ben O'Connor. It is a score by Ben O'Connor. He cut the puck out, puts it over the bar, and that puts Ardrahan 11-10 in front.
Yeah, that's a 2-point swing. That's unbelievable. Ben O'Connor caught the puck out, took his own steps. They've been very good on primary possession. Big strong men in Ardrahan, and put it straight over the bar.
They've got the last 3 points. They now lead by 11 points to 10 as Keane Walsh leaves the ball behind him. Dean Cannon tries to pick it up. It's eventually picked up by Shane Dolan. Shane Dolan is in possession for his side. Shane Dolan gets the ball back towards Tom Monaghan. He comes inside, tries to spray the ball in towards Patrick Monaghan. He does so, but Patrick is hit with a shoulder there from the Ardrahan man. I think it was Conor Crosgrove, and eventually the ball is picked by Oisin Slevin. There's a battle of possession. I think they're already thrown in. Oisin Slevin has the ball in his hand. Oisin tries to clear the ball. He's under serious pressure there. Eventually he kicks the ball out to himself and he's in possession, and eventually Oisin Slevin clears the ball out the field, but he only clears as far as Dean Cannon. He's going to go for score. Dean Cannon's shot, I think it's just gone outside the post though. It has gone outside the post. It's a wide for Craughwell. Dean will be disappointed with that one, but it's now 11 points to 10. The last 2 opportunities for Craughwell have gone wide. They've hit 6 wides as opposed to Ardrahan's 3. We've hit the 29th minute almost. It's 11 points for Ardrahan. It's 10 points for Craughwell here at Kenny Park in Athenry.
Yeah, you can't fault the effort of either team now, in fairness, but they both know it's a do or die game, and Ardrahan are very impressive to date.
Yeah, 11 points to 10. They lead by a point as Craughwell tried to come away with possession with Adam Stewart, but he's pushed out over the line there by Ross Albertini, and it's a line ball on this side of the field, and Liam Ford is willing to get on with it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, their willingness to grit, I suppose. Albertini there forcing the sideline from the long puck out, and they've shown a bit of class when they've won their primary possession or won their individual battles, and they're only a pint down, or they're a pint up going into the end of the first half.
They work the ball well back to Jason Kennedy from Albertini. Kennedy goes for a score though, but this one is going to go wide. And that's a 4th wide for Ardrahan. 29 minutes played. I'm not quite sure what the additional time will be, but it's a point between the sides. Ardrahan 11 points, Craughwell 10 points. Darragh Gilligan looks upfield. He's trying to pick out a player, and Tiernan Lean has made the run over to this side of the field, but he's not going to get possession because the ball goes over to the far side of the field, and up they go forward. The ball breaks though into the path of Keenan Fahy. He read that situation well. He launches it up towards the ear of Tanyan, and Tanyan takes it out of the air. Tanyan has got Ben O'Connor in support if he picks him out, but there's 4 Craughwell men around him now. Tanyan tries to get away with it, and Tanyan does well. He's got a support player in Keenan Fahy. He picks him out. This is a goal scoring opportunity. Keenan Fahy kept going. Keenan Fahy bearing down on goal. Brilliant save by the goalkeeper, Darragh Gilligan, and he flicks it out for a 65 because Fahy went low. Gilligan got down. It goes out for a 65. Yeah. But brilliant play by Tanyan. Initially, he saw Keenan Fahy that had continued the run, played the ball into him, and Darragh Gilligan got down well to save.
Yeah, Craughwell felt a turnover and engaged in numerous of them engaged in Tanyan. No one seen Keenan Fahy peeing off, only 10. Gave him a great pass, one-handed pass, and Keenan Fahy done an awful lot right. Put it down again the ground, but I was watching the Craughwell warm-up, and Gilligan made a few great saves, and he's a very good shot stopper of a goalkeeper, and did very well to push it up over for a 65.
Yeah, and the 65 will come to Jason Kennedy. We are into the additional time here at the end of the first half. It's Ardrahan who lead by a point over Craughwell. Ardrahan 11 points, Craughwell 10 points. Good save by Darragh Gilligan from Keenan Fahy's goal-bound effort, and it's a 65-metre free has resulted, and it's Jason Kennedy who will take the 65-metre free. He's got 3 points from the place ball so far. Kennedy high in towards the goals, but it's caught by Ben O'Connor. Ben O'Connor is going to go for a score. Ben O'Connor over the shoulder, and Ben O'Connor over the bar, and Ben O'Connor has got 3 points in this first half, sir. He's a big man at the edge of the square now, and he's well able to hurl.
Yeah, he was the only one that was alert for the low trajectory free by Kennedy. Plucked it and popped it over the bar. Did very well.
12-10 and taken out of the air again by Keane Walsh, the wing back, and he's soloing forward now. Walsh, he's got support players running off him, but he loses the ball behind, and it's picked up by Tiernan Lean. Lean got 3 points last time out, and he got a goal and 3 points I think last time out, and it's picked up by Tom Monaghan. Monaghan tries to hand pass the ball forward, but only hand passes it to Oisin Slevin. Oisin Slevin coming forward now, tries to dodge inside Tiernan Lean. He did eventually get the ball away, and he flicks it one-handed further forward, but he was hit hard there by Tiernan Lean, and the ball is picked up by Adam Stewart. Stewart goes down on the ball for Craughwell, gets the ball back to Gerard O'Halloran. O'Halloran. O'Halloran looks across the field to Ryan Howley. Ryan Howley looks further up the field and a low ball in towards the half-hour line, but it's intercepted there by Cormac Diviney. He's under pressure now, though, from Adrian Prendergast over on the far side of the field, and the ball is going to break into the path of Shane Dolan. Dolan tries to take on Diviney over there. He hand passes the ball back the field towards Ryan Howley, but it was a pass that was under serious pressure, and Howley comes away with the ball. Howley hits the ground and it's picked up by Ross Albertini. We're coming into the closing stages of the first half. Could Ardrahan get another point to go 3 in front before half time? Liam Ford from the sideline is going to go for a score. Liam Ford high in towards the goals, but Liam Ford puts that one wide, and that's 5 wides now for Ardrahan. They lead by 2. Oisin Slevin is up on his feet as the goalkeeper Darrell Gilligan takes the quick book out. He picks out Tom Monaghan in the half back line, and Tom Monaghan, is he going to go for a score? He is going to go for a score, but I think that one is going to drop short. It is going to drop short, and it's taken out of the air by Derek Fahy, who coolly hand passes the ball out to his fullback. His fullback is Michael Walsh. He looks upfield, he solos further forward, and eventually he strikes the ball up this side of the field, but Adam Stewart should be there from Craughwell's perspective, but he leaves the ball behind him under pressure from Jason Kennedy, and Kennedy picks it up. Kennedy soloing through, Kennedy high in towards the goals, but it's another wide from Jason Kennedy. And in the last closing stages of this first half, I think Ardrahan have left maybe a goal and 2 or 3 points behind them, sir.
Yeah, and it could come back to haunt them yet. They've been dominated the last few minutes. Very impressed with Liam Gordon, in fairness. There's a couple of times players from both sides have looked for the free or made contact for the free. It's a contact sport, Niall, and we want the spirit of the game to be played as well as possible. That's a pull, that's a definite free, but we've seen it on both sides there, and I thought he's used the hand signals in up you come, I'm not falling for that, and we were allowing contact and the right contact. It's the way the game should be played.
Yeah, of course, Liam, one of the top referees, not only in the county but in the country, as this is going to be a free and a foul and a Craughwell player over on the far side of the field, and a chance here. We have 3 minutes of additional time played. This could be the last action of the first half as Adrian Prendergast stands over the free, and a chance for him to bring his side back to within 1 point of Craughwell before half time. It's Ardrahan 12 points, Craughwell 10 points. As I said, 33 minutes on the clock at this stage in the game as Prendergast stands over the free. He has already got 6 points so far. He's got 5 from frees and 1 from play, as this free is going to come in, and it's a scoring opportunity here for Adrian Prendergast. 5 frees and 1 from play. The last free, though, unfortunately from his perspective, went wide, but I'm sure he'll be hoping for better luck this time. He's a very accomplished free taker, a very accomplished hurler. 33.5 minutes have been played as he gets ready to take this free, and he makes no mistake. He puts it over the bar. That's point number 7 for Adrian Prendergast, and I think the referee is going to call for the ball. He is going to call for the ball, and the ball from Adrian Prendergast was the last action of the first half. And at half time, Sir, Ardrahan hold a narrow advantage of 12 points to 11 over their neighbours. They will have wind advantage to come in the second half. I suppose they'll be the happier team going in at half time.
They will. A very exciting game, very good quality, 23 scores, open, and there for both them to win it. The injury, I suppose, to Craughwell, who got injured, Stephen Hines at centre back, and they had to reshuffle the pack a bit, has a little effect on them, and they'll be just trying to sort themselves out at half time and see what best way to approach second half. The qualities in Craughwell in order to come back into this game they're only a point down, but they are playing again the breeze, but all to play for on both sides.
It sure is all to play for. The scorers, Keenan Fahy, Oisin Slevin and Pearson McCrann, along with Owen Murphy and Irla Tanyan and Liam Ford, have got a point apiece for Ardrahan. Jason Kennedy's got 3 from frees, while Ben O'Connor's got 3 from play. While for Craughwell, the midfielders Patrick Monaghan and Tom Monaghan have been in target, as have Ryan Howley and Jamie Ryan, while Adrian Prendergast, he has got 7 points, 6 from frees and 1 from play. It's half time. It's Ardrahan 12 points, Craughwell 11 points.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom, while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
hands over this free, and a chance here for him now to open the scoring. He's taking maximum concentration out of this as he hits the ball in towards the goals, and it proves fruitful. Put Craughwell in front again. Hadrian has already got 1 point. This should be 2. It is 2. It's over the bar, and Craughwell lead by 2 points to 1 here at Kenny Park. That's Patrick Monaghan. Patrick Monaghan has got a runner. That runner is Ryan Howley. Ryan Howley is going to go for a score from out the field, and Ryan Howley puts the ball between the posts. Good score by Ryan Howley. The on-rushing Keenan Fahy. Keenan Fahy coming up from centre half back, goes for a score from out the field. Tom Monaghan goes for a score from out the field. Will it come in?
Yeah.
It looks as if it will come in, and that's a good score. John Graney goes long in towards the full forward line where Adrian Prince. Point number 7 for Adrian. And you're all very welcome back here to Kenny Park in Athenry. The Craughwell team, they're out on the field. The referee, Liam Gordon, is out on the field, and we're just waiting for the Ardrahan team to come out for the start of this second half of the senior championship game here in Kenny Park in Athenry. 12-11 at half time in favour of Ardrahan, and I suppose for both teams now, Cyril, it's a crucial 30 minutes coming up in the senior championship.
Yeah, crucial 30 minutes, Niall, and all to play for, as we said just before the break. Looks like Tom Monaghan has gone to midfield. They'll like to see him on more ball. Keane Fahy has done well at centre back, and it's to see can Craughwell get scores on the board early enough and get into a good flow. It's doable again this breeze as we seen, but very difficult.
The Ardrahan team are out on the field as well. I don't think there'll be any changes to the Ardrahan team at half-time. I'd say they'll be quite content the way things are going, being that 1 point ahead at the moment. We've seen some good performances from both sides of the field, and both players from both teams going very, very well, as the mentors and different backroom teams from both sides are coming across the field, getting into positions again before the start of the second half. Of course, the second game is at 5:15. That sees Castlegar take on Sarsfields. Both teams, of course, wear green predominantly. I'm sure they'll be changing for today's game, as the referee Liam Gordon is just explaining to the guys in the middle of the field that there's a few mentors yet to get off the pitch. The Ardrahan mentors coming across the field, they're taking their time coming across there. They're obviously content enough the way things are going.
Yeah, a few positional changes. We see Ross Albertini gone inside to the inside line as well, so it'll be just a reshuffle on both sides, and to try and get a grip on the game in the early stages of the second half.
John Graney comes on the attack straight away for his side, but it's into Cormac Diviney's corner, and Cormac, who is in isolated alone in there as he tries to take on Dean Callan. He goes past Dean Callan, and he's just been fouled there, but it was possibly a good bit of pressure from Callan, put him under, but it's a free out, and it's Derek Fahy coming all the way from the goalkeeping position to take this free, and Derek has a seriously long strike in the ball. We'll see what happens here when he takes this one. His side 1 point to the good, 12 points to 11. The start of the second half here of this senior championship game, as Derek Fahy looks upfield here. Latanian, I think, is at the edge of the square now. As Derek takes that free, he goes along with that ball in towards the edge of the square. Tanyan puts up the hand, and the ball breaks though, and it's going to break towards Ross Albertini, but Mark Gordon is there from a Craughwell perspective. I think he's seemed to get a push in the back there, but the Craughwell men tried to come away with possession with Ryan Howley. Ryan Howley does try to come out, he's fouled there, and it's going to be a free out, and Ryan Howley has settled in well into the game at wing back. We were talking about him in the first half. He played really well at wing forward. Due to the injury, was forced to move back, and has seen a good bit of possession. Yeah,
it was a late whistle there, and he took plenty of contact prior to that, and did very well. Was Brown brave over the ball, needed to be good in that scenario. It was a long free by Derek Fahy all the way down on top of Tanyan, caused the commotion.
The free out is taken by Dara Gilligan. It goes long, but it's going to be picked up by Dean Callan. Callan, the sub that came on in the early stages of the first half. The ball is flicked away from there from Owen Murphy, and it goes out of the line. That's a line ball to Craughwell. I think the linesman Paul Fahy is calling in the referee, but it looked to be a line ball to Craughwell. I think it was number 8, Owen Murphy, flicked the ball away, from my vantage point anyway.
Yeah, and I think with the flag straight up in there, I think he thinks it was a clash ball. He's unsure. It's right in front of the Ardrahan dugout, and not fully sure what went on. Tom Monaghan is pleading his case from a Craughwell perspective, but is it Paul Fahy the linesman?
Paul Fahy the linesman on the side of the field, yeah. Throw ball, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's going to be a throw in, and the ball is going to be thrown in between two players, and one of those will be Tom Monaghan, the other will be Pierce McCran, I think. Pierce got a point in the first half as that ball is thrown in. Patrick Monaghan, he got a point for Craughwell, tries to pick it up, beautifully picked up by Patrick Monaghan, flicked into his hand, into the path of Tom Monaghan, and Monaghan goes along with that ball, but it should be won by Cormac Diviney. He drops the ball out of his hand though, into the path of Adrian Prendergast. Prendergast bearing down in goal. Prendergast a shot into the back of the net, a goal for Craughwell, and Cormac Diviney just puts his hands up to his helmet there. He dropped the ball out of his hands, sir. It broke into the path of Adrian Prendergast, and he buries it past Derek Fahy.
Yeah, and all day Diviney had read it well, and he read it well there as well. He just popped out of his hand, fell to Jamie Ryan, I think, was it, or Prendergast, fell to Prendergast, and did very well right underneath Derek Fahy's legs.
Yeah, Prendergast is the man who put the ball in the back of the net, 111 to 12 points, and it's Adrian Prendergast. He has got a goal and 7 points for Craughwell, and he made no mistake. There was only one thing on his mind, Cyril, when he got the ball, to go for the goal. The ball has gone out over the field, the line on the far side of the field, and it's going to be a 65. The 65 here, of course, is to Ardrahan, but a tonic start for Craughwell.
Oh, a great start for Craughwell. It's what they would have wanted or been hoped for in their dressing room, and just punished the error. It was a small error by Divney to pop it out of his hand, and he was onto it like a flash, and hit it very well, and hit it low, and it just from our vantage point now, it looked like it gone under Derek Fahey, and nothing he can do about it. Kindy's about to hit this now to try and bring it to 112 to 12 points.
Jason Kennedy will take the free. Kennedy at the 65-metre free, and nonchalantly puts that ball between the posts. That's a good response by Ardrahan. 3.5 minutes into the second half. Good score by Jason Kennedy, and one they needed just to set themselves back into it again.
Yeah, they'll be happy enough with that, and it settles them and gives them a cancellation of a score, a reaction to the goal.
The puck out is taken, and Ryan Howley wins it, and he's fouled there, and that's going to be a free, and the free is to Craughwell. And it's Ryan Howley, the man that was fouled, and Ryan is interested in getting on with this game as quickly as possible. His side lead by a point, 111 to 13 points. It's taken by Tiernan Lean. Tiernan Lean, an under 20 player, of course, takes that ball, but it's won by Kennedy in the corner, and Kennedy does well this, or not Kennedy, but Divney does well this time to get the ball off, and eventually Keenan Fahey clears the ball, but it's gone out towards the sideline. It's gone out over the line off Conor Cosgrove, and it's a line ball on this side of the field, and Tiernan Lean will take it. He's got a support player in John Graney, or James Graney, I should say. He picks him out, but it's going to be taken back, and it's going to be a line ball again to Tiernan Lean. Yeah,
Ardrahan for the first time just looks a little sloppy in their hurling there, trying to work it out, and turnover forced in the sense that Keenan's Fahey's pass was just a small bit overcooked to Crosgrove, and has led to a chance for Prendergast here. I don't think he's too bad at sidelines, Niall. He might have a pot for this. It's into the breeze slightly. He'll have to go for the far post.
Yeah, he's not going to go for it, though. He'll go short toward Dean Callan, who missed the run, and Dean Callan just drops the ball out of his hand and is picked up by Keenan Fahey, the centre half back, but he loses possession as well. Seems as the Schlitter is a bit hot at the start of the second half, but eventually Keenan Fahey does come away with possession, and he launches it up towards Ross Albertini. He comes off the hurl of Ryan Howley and eventually into the path of Ryan Howley, and he's fouled, and it could be a yellow card here for Ross Albertini. But Howley, in fairness to him, has seen a serious bit of action. He's got fouled on 2 occasions as well, but I'd say he'll be okay.
Yeah, he's a hard bit of stuff, and it won't be a bother on him here either. Just a high hand by Albertini. He had miscontrolled it, and probably a bit of frustration on his part to get after it and get a tackle in, and free for Craughwell just outside their own 45. Howley has seen the card flashed, and he's up on his feet ready to go, and looks like Horton will hit the free.
Yeah, Mark Horton looks as if he'll hit the free. Tiernan Lean has the left hand out here as if to go, will he go short with this one, but Mark Horton will take the free. They're against the wind. Tom Monaghan has made a clever run as well, but just interesting to see Keenan Fahey is just sitting in the pocket there for the moment for his side, and Horton goes right across the field towards Gerard O'Halloran. Will he pick out Patrick Monaghan? He will pick out Patrick Monaghan. O'Halloran keeps going, but Monaghan goes for the score, and Patrick Monaghan in towards the goals. A well worked score by Craughwell, beautifully worked score by Craughwell. Mark Horton off to Gerard O'Halloran, off to Patrick Monaghan, and as you said, sir, a good score.
Yeah, lovely movement and clever play by them. They'd seen that Ardrahan had stacked back up the field and moved it in the midsection, passes crisp to each other, and a great score by Patrick Monaghan.
Yeah, 112 to 13 points. The men of Craughwell lead. They've got the initiative with that goal, and they're battling for possession. And eventually they do come away with Mark Horton. Has he taken too many steps out of it? Indeed, it's Tiernan Lean. Tiernan Lean gets it off to Ryan Howley. Howley with a low ball in towards Prendergast. Prendergast in front of his man. Beautifully picked up by Adrian Prendergast. He sprays the ball into the path of Dean Callan. Callan has the ball in his hand. Gives it off to Jamie Ryan. He's adjudged to have thrown the shit there. And that's going to be a free out. And he's adjudged to have thrown it as he was laying the ball off to Jamie Ryan. And it's going to be a free out. But it was a well-worked move again by Craughwell. Prendergast, a beautiful touch on the sideline, sir. Made the space then to play the ball to Dean Callan. And I suppose from a Craughwell perspective, you'll be disappointed with that one. From an Ardrahan one, you'll be delighted.
Yeah, you don't see it as often. Liam Gordon, the referee, had a great position for it. He looked like he moved it very quickly, all right, and possible throw of the ball, and just unfortunate for Craughwell.
112 to 13 points. Will Craughwell come away with this possession? They try to go down with Mark Horney, kicks the ball out towards the middle of the field, and Patrick Monaghan, who's seen a good bit of action and has had a good championship so far for Craughwell, is in possession. He's got 5 points in the championship so far. Gets the ball out to Mark Horton. Horton fails to pick the ball up with the first attempt or the second attempt, but eventually he goes down it and he's swung around there. That's going to be a free out, and a free out here to Craughwell. But in fairness to Craughwell, they've started this second half impressively, sir, and that goal has given them real initiative.
Yeah, and I think it could be who's over there? Is that Horton over that free? He was holding his hamstring a second. They won't want to see him going down injured. He's having a bearing on the game now, and gives a great ball up to Tom Monaghan.
Tom Monaghan takes on his county colleague, that is Keenan Fahey, and Tom Monaghan goes for a score from out the field, but it's going to go wide. It's the first wide of the second half, and it's the 7th wide for Craughwell in this game, 6 for Ardrahan, but Craughwell lead. The most important statistic, as I keep saying, is on the scoreboard. 8 minutes gone here, 112 to 13 points. The puck out goes long, down on top of Ardrahan and Ryan Howley, and it's Howley who comes away with it again. He goes down on the ball, and Howley's having the game of his life at wing back for Craughwell. He's hit with a hard shoulder, but he gets up and he clears the ball down the field, and out comes Cormac Diviney. Diviney now coming away from the cornerback position. Diviney under pressure from Adrian Prendergast. He can't catch the ball. He scoops it back towards Conor Cosgrove, and Conor Cosgrove goes long with that ball in towards the full forward line. Jason Kennedy in a race for possession here with John Graney. They're battling for possession. The ball is towards the sideline. Is it Graney that's going to pick it up, or is it Kennedy that's going to pick it up? And they're still battling for it out there. Their legs are going in trying to pick the ball up to try and get the ball away into a position where it can be picked up. There's 4 players, 2 from each side, showing their intensity in battle here to try and win this ball, but it's going to be a line bar, a throw ball by Liam Gordon. But in fairness, it's a lively game, sir. It's a good game. It's been fought fairly, isn't it, between two teams who really want to win.
Great fair rattle there, shook the bones out of both of them. I think it was Tannion and Howley with a big collision right in front of the Craughwell dugout.
And it's Owen Murphy who picks it up, and they're not quite sure, but I think it's gone wide. It's been given as a wide ball anyway, and that's a 7th wide for Ardrahan. 2 between them. Dara Gilligan from Craughwell will take the puck out, and Dara goes over to the far side of the field. He's looking for Prendergast, who's made the run over to the far side of the field. The ball is going to break now into the path of Pierce McCran. McCran, the midfielder for Ardrahan, off his left-hand side, gets the ball in towards the full forward line, where Liam Ford is out in front of his man, and with the left hand Liam Ford catches it, and he swivels off the left to go for a score. That's a majestic score by Liam Ford. It's a good score by Liam Ford. His touch was very, very good. Got the ball into his hand, mid the space. A good score. We're back to a point, 112 to 14.
Yeah, his movement was good. He got his body in the right position between himself and the ball. He gathered it on the bounce, and a great score by Liam Ford.
Won by Conor Cosgrove. Conor Cosgrove goes down the field for his side, and he's adjudged to have fouled there. That's Ross Albertini, the man that's been fouled, and it's going to be a free in and a scoring opportunity here. And it should be, you would think, with the aid of the wind, the equaliser, you would think, for Ardrahan with Adrian Prendergast. Of course, he's the Craughwell free taker. Jason Kennedy coming out to take it. Yeah,
loose hurl by Horn there. From what I can see, give him a slap in the helmet to Ross Albertini, and knew it straight away. Referee was very, very close. Kennedy with a fairly simple free to bring it back to a draw game, I think, Niall, and exciting game. It's an exciting game as he stands over this free for his side, and this should be the equaliser for Jason Kennedy, you would think, but we won't mark it down as of yet. There, he's got 4 so far. Is this number 5? It is number 5. We can mark it down now. 4 frees in a 65, and suddenly, with 10 minutes gone in the second half, the sides are level at 112 to 15 points as Dara Gilligan takes the puck out to this side of the field. Dara Gilligan looks for Brian Callan. That's a wild pull there on Dean Callan, and the Craughwell mentors are incensed by that one. And I think Conor Cosgrove sort of could be in a bit of bother here. He came from a long way back, and right down across the back of the helmet. It was right in front of us. Yeah, it was like he was committed to it, Niall, but it was a very wild pull and straight down on the back of the helmet. And Liam Gordon looks to have, in his head, made his decision straight away whether it's going to be a yellow or a red.
Yeah, he came from a long, long way back there. We're just watching the second view of it.
Red.
And it's a definite red card, in fairness to Conor Cosgrove. And I suppose you don't want to see players sent off, but I suppose on this occasion, the correct decision.
Look, they're contesting in the air. We all have helmets on, but his hurl came from so far back. You'd often see touching the helmets or bangs in the helmets committed to the ball. But when you're coming with that far back of a pull, you need to make sure that you're hitting nothing else. You can hit timber or you can hit a hand possibly, and he just gave it straight down the back of the crown of the head, as they call it, and no major injury, but it was just a wild pull to the head. Yeah, it's a sending off for Conor Cosgrove from Ardrahan. They're down to 14, 112 to 15 points here, and it's a free to Craughwell. It's on the 65-metre line, and it's the free, and the free will be taken by Adrian Prendergast. It's a difficult free, but he's been good so far. Prendergast high in towards the goals. We can see the wind is bringing it over to this side of the field. It's going to go wide, and that's wide number 8 for Craughwell. The sides are level, 112 to 15 points. It'll be just interesting to see how Craughwell will rearrange their defence now and see what happens as that ball goes long. Brilliantly taken out there by Jason Kennedy. He's made the space to go for the score. Kennedy high in towards the goals. Has it come inside? It has come inside, and Ardrahan lead by a point. Good score by Jason Kennedy. Oh, Jesus. Plucked the puck out. Primary possession up on Ardrahan. They work hard at that, and they're very, very good at it. Took us 4 steps and popped us straight over the bar. Great response. Yeah, Ardrahan have got the last 3 points. They're a man in arrears, but they've got the last 3 points. They're in front as Patrick Monaghan picks it up. Patrick Monaghan gets the ball off to Tom Monaghan. Monaghan is engulfed by 3 Ardrahan men there. He throws the ball on the ground, and eventually the ball is won by Liam Ford, who flicks it out to Tan, and Irla Tanyan goes long into
towards the full forward line, but there's nobody in there from an Ardrahan perspective. Ardrahan have just brought players out the field now, and maybe it's probably the tactic that maybe they'll be going for scores from out the field, Cyril, particularly again with that wind.
Yeah, it's just going to be a big effort from them now, and to try and mind the ball when they get it back, and they didn't do it in that time, and Tom Monaghan punished them with a score.
Great score by Tom Monaghan from the middle of the field, 43 minutes in, and the sides are level again, and it's a right good game between two teams who are hell-bent on winning this game and getting the points in the senior championship game. Ross Albertini wins it in the middle of the field. Ross Albertini goes for a score. It has dropped short. It's going to go out to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper is Dara Gilligan. Gilligan looks upfield now for his side. Tom Monaghan gets the equaliser there, as we said. He's got his second point. Out to Mark Horden. Horden picks out Ryan Howley. Howley trying to come down the field now. Howley looks upfield, and he tries to pick out a beautiful ball in towards Adrian Prendergast. He does pick the ball into Adrian Prendergast. His first touch hits him down. It's a battle for possession now. Prendergast was a foul there. Referee says play on. It's picked up by Owen Murphy. Murphy going forward now for Ardrahan. Murphy comes inside his man, and he's just got a little tip there, and that's going to be a free. The referee's given the advantage at the moment, and Kennedy catches it. Kennedy catches at the edge of the square. Kennedy goes for the score. Kennedy high in towards the goals, and Jason Kennedy over the bar, and that puts Ardrahan in front again. 1 goal and 14 points to 16 points as we see Ardrahan about to bring on Jack Burke.
Great advantage by the referee inside Kennedy. He was going to blow it back. Kennedy plucked it, pushed him out of the way. Graney out of the way, was trying to get a challenge in him there. Put up the left hand and put up the right hand and popped it straight over the bar.
In fairness to Kennedy, since the sending off, he's plucked 2 big ones out of the air, Cyril, and got 2 great scores from play.
Yeah, he's a great response, and Ardrahan just need to use the ball well. Ross Albertini was short on a thing, and Tan gave a ball inside for no one in it. They need to have good structure. They need to be smart when they have the ball back. If they keep giving it back to Craughwell, they'll be punished, and good game night.
113 to 17 points is won by Dean Callan. Callan comes away from his man. Callan has got support players, and Gerard O'Halloran is running down the field. There's nobody at all on him. Dean Callan doesn't see him. He goes for the score himself. It goes in towards the goals, and Derek Fahy picks it out, but Gerard O'Halloran, Cyril, on the far side of the field had made a majestic run down the field. Nobody had picked him up. The ball goes out to Keenan Fahy, and Keenan Fahy launches it into the square in towards Kennedy. Kennedy has the run here. Will he pick this one out of the air? He'll drop it to the ground though, and he just had the run on the defender there. If he caught it, he was possibly through on goal. Craughwell come away with possession. The ball goes over to the far side of the field, and eventually Patrick Monaghan's effort is half blocked down. It's going to reach the centre half forward position. Oisin Slevin comes. Oisin Slevin leads the ball off to Deirdre Tanyan. Tanyan comes inside his man. Tanyan still going forward for Ardrahan. Tanyan off the left hand side, high in towards the goals, but Tanyan has put this one wide, and Ardrahan have got 8 wides, but they still lead by a point, 17 points to 113. The goalkeeper Dara Gilligan takes the quick buck out towards Adam Stewart, a young under 20 player, gets the ball further forward, brilliantly taken by Adrian Prendergast ahead of Cormac Divney. He flicks the ball forward to Dean Callan in space. Is this the equaliser? Dean Callan goes for a score. Has he put it between the posts? I think it's just tailed away just at the end. It has tailed away, and I think the second one, I think, sir, that Craughwell have put wide on that side of the field, but it just shows the wind is coming over to the terrace end here, and you really need to be hitting it, I suppose, towards the dressing rooms at the far side there.
Yeah, he needed to hang it more on the far side, and he'd be disappointed with that. Dean Cannon, nice hurler, took it off his right hand side and just tailed wide at the end.
The 2 number 7s battle for possession. It's won by the Craughwell and Mark Horn. The ball is eventually cleared down the field out towards Tom Monaghan. Tom Monaghan comes inside his man. There's 3 Ardrahan men around him. He plays the ball in towards Tiernan Lean, but it comes off the hurl of Tiernan Lean. Will Shane Dolan or Keane Walsh win possession? It'll be Keane Walsh who wins possession from Ardrahan. He's got Gerard Ford in support, but he decides to launch that in towards that full forward line again, where Jason Kennedy and Pearson McCran now found themselves 2 big players. Will the ball break to lean forward, but good defending by Craughwell there, and eventually Adam Stewart, the youngster in that full back line, comes away with possession. His first year playing senior championship hurling. He gets the ball out the field, and eventually Craughwell come on the attack again, and they look for Prendergast here. Prendergast will put up the left hand. He takes it superbly out of the air. He's having a fine game for Craughwell himself, and that's a trip by Cormac Divney, and that's going to be a yellow card. And but in fairness, Adrian Prendergast is having a fine game at corner forward. He was going to get away there to possibly equalise the ball game. Cormac Divney is going to pick up the yellow here.
Yeah, Divney had lost his hurl. He knew he was scrambling. He was going to be under pressure. What 2 great catches by Adrian Prendergast, and stood in his ankle going to give away the free, and possibly strained his own hammer in the process as well. But Craughwell will have a chance to tie up the game now, and 15 minutes.
Be interested to see will it be Cormac Divney is going to come off now. Jack Burke, who has played at cornerback last year for Ardrahan, he is coming in. Indeed, it is Cormac Divney. After picking up that yellow card, he's coming off, and I suppose with the fact they're down to 14, Cyril, the fact that the cornerback who's under a bit of pressure, they're picking up that yellow card, maybe sensible for him to be replaced.
Yeah, he'd been doing okay. I know he made the mistake for the Craughwell goal, or it popped out of his hand, but his reading of the game has been very good, and maybe he might have been carried a knock into the game or that, but Who's it? Jack Burke, you said, is in.
Jack Burke is in, yeah. This should be the equaliser.
He'll have a tough job in his hands.
Yeah, Adrian Prendergast is having a fine game for Craughwell. He's got a goal and 8 points, 7 frees and 1-1 from play. Ardrahan will be about to bring on Donagh Fahy as well, the third of the Fahy brothers. Of course, he was in goal for the Galway Miners last year. He'll be coming out, and he started the last championship game that they played. 1-14 to 17 points, and the ball is won by Craughwell again, and they come on the attack by Adam Stewart. Gets the ball further forward, and eventually it's the man wearing number 9. That's John Graney, who gets the ball in towards the full forward line as Jamie Ryan battles possession there, but it's Keenan Fahy, the centre half back, who comes away with it for Ardrahan, and Keenan opens the shoulder and he's going to go for a score, and Keenan Fahy with a majestic effort, he just decided to open the shoulders there, Cyril, and go for a score. He's a big powerful man at centre half back there. That's a great score. Keenan Fahy, second of the day.
Running, carrying the ball, only passing his own 65, a huge distance out the field, and launched it straight over the bar with plenty of left to spare in it, and Craughwell on the attack straight away now.
Yeah, Michael Welsh and Shane Dolan battling possession here. Welsh tries to pick it up. It's gone close to the sideline, or close to the ground, the in line, I should say, but Michael Welsh gets away with it, and Michael Welsh off his left hand side, he just launches it long up towards Ben O'Connor. Connor puts up the left hand, the ball is going to break though. Ben O'Connor tries to go down on the ball, he loses possession. Craughwell come away with it. Mark Horton over on the far side of the field, the number 7 gets the ball towards Patrick Monaghan, the man wearing number 8. He's got 2 points a point in this game, or 2 points in this game, I should say. I'm losing run of myself here as that ball goes over to Mark Horton in possession, and he looks upfield, and it's Prendergast he looks to straight away. Burke and Prendergast, good defending by Jack Burke. He put out the left hand there and scooped the ball away out towards Earl Italian. That's going to be a free. The referee's given the advantage for the moment. 10 goes for a score. There'll be a mighty roar if this one goes over the bar, and 2 huge scores from Keenan Fahy and Earl Italian see hit their side into a 2-point lead, but great defending by Jack Burke initially.
The big bear 10, I tell you, brought into contact, won his free, knew he had the advantage, and slung it from his own 65 again all the way over the bar, right between the posts. 2 between them.
Ardrahan playing with 14, they've gone 2 in front. Ben O'Connor is in possession now. Ben O'Connor got 3 in the first half. Is he going to go to score over his shoulder? He puts that ball high in towards the goals. It's goalkeeper's ball though, and it is the goalkeeper's ball, and that's Dara Gilligan. Gilligan does well as Earl Italian has got 2 points now for his side. Comes inside is Adam Stewart. Adam Stewart just drops the ball there, and eventually he picks it up again. Adam Stewart going forward now for Craughwell, scoops the ball forward. It's half intercepted by Tanyan though, and Tanyan has it, and Tanyan takes on 3 Craughwellmen there. He goes by the Craughwellmen. Tanyan has got a man in support. That's Ben O'Connor. He picks out O'Connor. His side lead by 2 points, 1-14 to 19 points as that ball goes in towards Jason Kennedy, but it's John Graney who just gets the flick away there, and the ball is picked up by Mark Monaghan. Mark Monaghan gets the ball out the field towards Tiernan Lean. Lean looks upfield again, but it's a battle for possession here between Prendergast and Jack Burke. The ball breaks off both players into the path of Keenan Fahy. Keenan Fahy gets away from Jamie Ryan, and Keenan Fahy looks upfield. He picks out Owen Murphy. Owen Murphy with the yellow helmet. Is this a chance to put Ardrahan 3 in front? Owen Murphy's shot goes into the goals. It drops short again, and it's into the path of Dara Gilligan. Gilligan looks upfield. He sees Mark Horton looking for possession. Horton gets there ahead of Oisin Steven. Good play by Mark Horton, and tries to hand pass the ball off, but it's intercepted by Keane Walsh. Keane Walsh going forward now for Ardrahan. Keane Walsh goes for the score. Keane Walsh in towards the goals, but this one goes wide, and that's 9 wides for Ardrahan. But in fairness to Ardrahan, since the sending off, they have been really, really impressive. They scored 3 points as opposed to 1 since the sending off.
They've the foot on the throat of Craughwell, and they're wasting it a bit with the opportunities. They've dropped 2 short there, Niall, and look a small bit out on their feet. I was looking at Ben O'Connor there, just looked out on his feet. They put in huge effort into the game, and let's hope they be able to keep the energy levels into the final 10 minutes.
They've made a change. Donagh Fahy comes in. The 3 Fahy brothers on the field now, and it's Liam Ford who comes off as that ball goes long in towards the corner forward position. Out comes Adrian Prendergast. Did he get the push in the back? He did get a push in the back from Jack Burke, and it's going to be a free in and a chance here for Prendergast to bring it back to a 1-point ball game again. But these frees are not easy, considering that his side are 2 points behind. But he has had a fine game, Adrian Prendergast, in the corner forward position for Craughwell.
I've been impressed with Jack Burke. He's come on as a sub. He's a huge task in his hand. He's won the first 2 that went in there. He was slightly behind on that one and nudged Prendergast on the back. Almost got away with it, but he's going to give him a chance to reduce the lead for Ardrahan, and difficult enough.
He'll have to aim for the far post, Cyril, and just bring it in, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's moving slightly over there. Paul Fahy will be right behind it to guide the umpires.
Yeah, there's going to be another sub for Ardrahan, by the way, as well. Number 13, Cathal Walsh, will be about to come on, but a chance here for Adrian Prendergast to reduce the deficit. Prendergast has scored 1-8 so far for Craughwell. Is this a chance to score his 9th point to add to that second half goal that he's got? Prendergast lifts, bends and strikes the shit high. It hasn't come in though. It's gone outside the post and it's gone wide, and that's a let off. The ball just didn't come in, Cyril.
No, he slung it out there, but he actually caught it very, very clean. Niall, there was no movement in his ball, and He's shaking his head here, a bit disappointed with it, but it is difficult for him. We seen yesterday evening Nyland struggling into them posts as well with the breeze like that.
Derek Fahy goes direct, and Derek Fahy goes long. He tries to pick out the brother. That's I was going to say Keenan, but it's Donna in fact. But it's won by Gerard O'Halloran. O'Halloran gets the ball back to Mark Horan. Horan gets the ball out towards Tiernan Lean. He's got a support player in Tom Monaghan. If he picks him out, he does pick him out, but the ball goes over his head, and it's a poor pass by Tiernan Lean. It's intercepted by Keenan Fahy. Keenan Fahy tries to get away from his county colleague Tom Monaghan. He's fouled there. Referee's given the advantage. Keenan Fahy soloing forward, and he's hit with a shoulder there from two Craughwell men, but it's a free, and the free is to Ardrahan. And Keenan Fahy, in fairness to him, has surged well into this game, Cyril, at centre half back.
Yeah, and Graney gave him a free one going there. I suppose he knew well there was a free and it was going to be brought back, and seen an opportunity to put Keenan Fahy on his backside, and he did exactly that. Small break and play for everyone. I suppose it's needed. There's about 8 minutes of normal time left, Niall, and as we mentioned, Ardrahan down to 14 men, and it'll be interesting to see how they're able to keep this 2-point lead or keep this lead in the game.
Yeah, 19 points to 114 at this stage in the game, and it's going to be a free here to Ardrahan, and the free will be to, no doubt, the free taker, who that'll be Jason Kennedy. He's come all the way out from the full forward line to take this, and Ardrahan will be happy. They have weathered the storm for that goal and of course the sending off, and they have looked impressive in this game.
They've just upped it. They've upped it. Craughwell would have dominated, I think, up to the sending off, and what we've seen is Ardrahan flooding the middle and giving a huge effort around the middle of the field, and as a result have dominated possibly since the sending off.
7 minutes of normal time to go. 19 points for Ardrahan. Craughwell 114 as Kennedy takes the free. Will it come in? It won't. It's judged disappointingly from both free takers. The last ones, the wind just didn't bring them in, and I suppose they knew exactly what they're at, but the ball didn't come in. The puck out was taken quickly, and Kennedy picks it up. Kennedy will make no mistake from this one though. He puts it over the bar. He's got the last 3 scores from play that he's got have been from play, and he's shown a captain's part there himself in Irritani. Good score by Jason Kennedy again.
Yeah, it's a killer from a Craughwell perspective. Kennedy had missed the free. He was getting back into position, and small mistake there by Graney, and as a result Kennedy gets on it and pops it over the bar.
Yeah, Craughwell tried to come forward there with Sean Gilligan, who was coming as a sub. Not quite sure who went off, but Sean Gilligan over on the far side of the field is in. The ball is going to be intercepted though. It's intercepted by John Graney in the middle of the field. John Graney's got the support player in Tom Monaghan. He should tap this over the bar. Tom Monaghan soloing forward now for Ardrahan. Craughwell makes the shot more advantageous from his position. He puts it over the bar, and Tom Monaghan has got his side back in it again. Good score by Tom.
That's exactly what you want from a hurler. Graney had made a mistake, gets himself back in the game, get on a ball, don't do anything crazy, give a simple ball to Tom Monaghan, a high percentage man to pop it over the bar, and that's exactly what he does.
54 minutes played here, and there are 2 between them as my water bottle goes flying to the ground here. I'll try and pick it up for a minute before the game restarts with the sideline here, Cyril, but it's a line ball to Craughwell and Mark Horan.
Yeah, we'll all catch a breath. We'll take a good of water as well if we get a chance. Niall, it's been a great game. 24 minutes gone, and all to play for coming into the last few minutes.
Yeah, it's a sideline. Mark Horan takes a 2 between them, 20 points to 115. That ball goes in towards the centre half forward position. Sean Gilligan tries to pick it up, and he does pick it up, the youngster for Craughwell. He's made the space. He's got a runner in Shane Dolan. He takes on Jared Ford. He's got a runner inside Dolan. He picks out Shane Dolan. This is a goal scoring opportunity. Dolan goes past his man. He's bearing down on goal. Shane Dolan, brilliant defending by a combination of Keenan Fahy and Michael Walsh. Just picks his pocket then and comes away with the ball as Shane Dolan picked it up, and he clears the ball down the field. Great defending by the Ardrahan men there, and eventually Mark Horan wins it for Craughwell. Mark Horan plays the ball up towards Tom Monaghan. Monaghan tries to take on his man. He goes past his man. Tom Monaghan has got 3 points. Is this point number 4 for Tom Monaghan? It's a superb effort by Tom Monaghan. He puts it over the bar. Great defending initially from Ardrahan to repel the goal scoring opportunity. Great score by Tom Monaghan.
But they're down a man. They need to mind the ball. It was super by Walsh. Picked the pocket of Shane Dolan, drove out of it, and he needed to find Ardrahan man. As a result, Horan picked it up and gave it to Tom Monaghan and pops it over the bar. Tom Monaghan's coming into the game now.
He's got the last 2 scores. He's got 4 in total. His brother Patrick is in possession now. Patrick goes long with that one, but this one is going to go outside the post, and that's a wide for Craughwell. They have hit 11 wides as opposed to Ardrahan's 10. There is a point between them with 4 minutes to go. The rain is coming in on top of us here now as it's coming down. The supporters of Ardrahan and Craughwell won't mind that, but we just have to cover the books here a small bit, Cyril, but it's a point between the sides. The ball is going to be won in the middle of the field. It's picked up by Gerard O'Halloran for Craughwell. He looks across the field and he picks out Patrick Monaghan in space. Craughwell have come well into this game. The ball is won by Tom Monaghan. They, of course, have an extra player at this stage in the game. Tom Monaghan is in possession. Tom Monaghan, is he going to go for his 3rd score in a row? Tom Monaghan high in towards the goals, and Tom Monaghan puts it over the bar. A superb score by Tom Monaghan. He's got 3 in a row, Cyril. He has shown serious leadership qualities for Craughwell here. The last 3 points have been from Tom Monaghan. He's put them over the bar. The sides are suddenly level.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's what you do. He came in and went looking for the ball. That's I suppose is the leadership, and the leadership is in his hurling, not in what he's saying, but his body language is telling us he wants the ball. He wants to get back into it. He wanted Craughwell to get back into the game, and he's got 3 huge scores in a row, and coming into injury time now and all to play for.
Yeah, Owen Murphy is coming off, and into the team comes Cathal Walsh from an Ardrahan perspective. 4 points from play in the second half from Tom Monaghan. The sides are level, and the ball is poked out over to the far side of the field. It's 20 points to 117. The ball is going to break. Tan tries to take it down. Oh, brilliantly taken down by Irla Tanyan. Tanyan taking on his man. There's 3 Craughwell men around him. Tanyan is still burrowing forward. He's still going, Irla Tanyan. Tanyan for Ardrahan. The sides are level. He flicks the ball forward, but he took the ball superbly out of the air there, and he soloed forward. He loses possession now. It's picked up by Mark Monaghan for Craughwell. The man wearing number 2 comes out the field. He looks for the brother. The brother is Patrick. The other brother is Tom. But it's won by Keenan Fahey. Surging out from centre half back. Keenan Fahey high in towards the goals, but he got a bit of rush of blood to the head. It's gone wide, but the referee has called it back for a free on Keenan Fahey, and it's going to be a free in and a chance here for Ardrahan once more to go in front.
Yeah, Ardrahan will have a chance. Keenan Fahey deemed to have been fouled when he intercepted that. He did well at centre back. He's a centre back, Niall, and he intercepted on the far 65. He was in a well advanced position, and they down to 14 men, but he had read the play very brilliantly, and he's going to give Kennedy a chance now to put Ardrahan a pint up with 2 minutes of normal time remaining.
Jason Kennedy will take the free for Ardrahan. As Cyril said, this would put them in front with 2 minutes to go, but it's been a serious game between 2 teams who really want to win it, Cyril. It's been the best game I've seen at the weekend so far, but it's been a right good one.
117 to 20 points is great scoring by both teams, and Ardrahan down to 14 men for a number of minutes is not easy on them.
Jason Kennedy is getting ready to take the free for Ardrahan. This would be his third score from. He's put a wide actually. He's got 3 from play out of the 8 points he scored so far. He puts that one wide, and that's the pressure. He puts it wide. It was a scoring opportunity to put his side in front. The sides are level on the scoreboard at 117 to 20 points. They're also 11 at 11 wides apiece. Is there going to be a winner here? We have 2 minutes to go. The ball is going to break, and it's broken into the path of Oisin Slevin. The Craughwell fans not happy with that one. The ball goes long though. They thought they would have won a free. It's won by Mark Monaghan though. Mark Monaghan has got support players. One of those support players is across the field, and it's Ryan Howley. A beautiful ball across the field. Howley in towards Patrick Monaghan, space in the middle of the field. Patrick will have their brother beside him. Their brother is Tom. Tom makes that run through the heart of that Ardrahan defence, and he flicks the ball out to Tiernan Lane. Tiernan Lane, is this the chance to put Craughwell in front? It is from Tiernan Lane. It's over the bar by Tiernan Lane. Craughwell lead by a point. A superb score by Tiernan Lane, and all of a sudden it's 118 to 20 points.
Yeah, the 2 Monaghans well involved there. Patrick took it and just had the maturity to know that Tom was on his shoulder. Gave it to Tom, and they converged on Tom Monaghan, left Tiernan Lane free. He cracked that lovely, and we were right behind it here, straight between the posts with a low purchase on it, and he's given his side a 1 point lead coming into injury time.
Ian Linsky has come in, by the way, for Ardrahan, and he's come in place of Ben O'Connor, who would have fine first half, got 3 points in the first half. There's a point between them now. The Craughwell lead by a point, 118 to 20 points for either side. Whoever wins this, it'll be a sweet victory. The ball is won by Oisin Slevin. He plays the ball across to Albertini. Is this the equalising score for Ross Albertini? It should be the equalising score by Ross Albertini. It is the equalising score by Ross Albertini, as we have 20 minutes of normal time, 20 seconds of normal time to go. Ross Albertini levels them once again, Cyril, and it's 1 goal and 18 points to 21 points. The puck out is won by Ryan Howley. It comes off his hurl, goes out over the line on the far side, this side of the field, and it's going to be a line ball, and the line ball is to Ardrahan.
Savage by Big 10 on the lash puck out. They were under pressure. They were a pint down, broke it in field, and it's picked up and squared across to Ross Albertini. He let the umpire think about it. He hung it on this post here, Niall, but went over the bar, and a sharp puck out by Craughwell has led to this an argumentative sideline to Ardrahan. He's on the 45. Who's going to hit this?
Andy Cohen and Francis O'Connor just having a word. Of course, they would have played with each other for Garth. They're on opposing sides today, as it's taken by Donald Fahey. He looks across the field. A superb ball to pick out Keane Walsh. Is this the chance to put Ardrahan in front? And Keane Walsh has put it over the bar, but it was a beautiful ball across the field by young Donald Fahey into the path of Keane Walsh, and such confidence at such a crucial stage in the game to pick out a man across the field. Great score.
Yeah, typical Fahey, horizontal, no panic. Seen the pass 60 yards away, just stepped back and squared it across the field. A great ball by young Donald Fahey, and gives Ardrahan the lead.
Craughwell come again, but it's intercepted by Keenan Fahey. Keenan Fahey out to Michael Walsh. We're into the addition time. We haven't told what that addition time will be. Michael Walsh, the fullback, is soloing forward. He finds us out in the middle of the field. He loses possession. Jason Kennedy tries to go down it. Kennedy will go down it. Well, he's going to leave it to Keenan Fahey, who leaves the ball behind him. And eventually Ardrahan tried to repel this situation here as Pierce McCran tries to come away with it. Ryan Howley tries to kick the ball away, but it's picked up by Tom Monaghan for Craughwell. He hand passes the ball back, and he picks out Patrick Monaghan. Patrick Monaghan picks out John Graney in the middle of the field. He plays the ball across the field to Tiernan Lane. He put Craughwell Craughwell in front a couple of moments ago. He's made the space. Kieran Tiernan in going through. He's hit with a hard shoulder there. The referee says play on. Back to Jamie Ryan. That's a free in, surely. And Jamie Ryan showed his experience there. He went down low so that the Ardrahan man would come in and create the foul. He has created the foul. It's going to be the equaliser. We see Tom Monaghan has picked up a bit of a cramp, I'd say, but we've 2 minutes additional time have already been played. Could this be the last action of the game, sir?
Yeah, it was a super tackle by Keenan Fahy just before that. Lean that had broke through. Tiernan Lean had broke through, rattled him with a big shoulder, came back out to Jamie Ryan. His tackle by Ross Albert Tierney was a touch high and a chance for to draw the game here for Prendergast, but it's pressure. Niall is 2 minutes into injury time and difficult free into the breeze.
Adrian Prendergast has got a goal and 8 points so far. Is this going to be the goal of 9 to equalise the ball game? 32 minutes have been played. He puts it between the posts. The sides are level again here in Kenny Park and Athenry. 1 goal and 9 points now for Adrian Prendergast. We're going to have another play. We haven't been told what the additional time will be. We've played almost 2.5 minutes. The sides are level. 22 points to 119. Ardrahan go direct. The ball breaks though. Who's going to pick it up? It's Irlitanian trying to win it. There's 5 Craughwell men around him. One of them is Mark Horton, and Horton comes away with the ball. He gets the ball out the field towards James Graney. Graney goes forward towards Patrick Monaghan. Will he get the flick? He will get the flick, but Keane Walsh was brave. He came in on top of the ball. It's picked up by Oisin Slevin. Oisin Slevin picks out Keenan Fahy from the half hour and he goes for a score, but it's going to drop short. It's going to drop into the path of the goalkeeper, Dara Gilligan. Gilligan looks upfield. He first times the ball up towards Prendergast. He's out in front of his man. Will he win this ball? He will win this ball. He's got a runner. That man is Tom Monaghan. Is this going to be the winner? Tom Monaghan high in towards the goals. It's gone high. It's gone over. Oh, it's gone wide. I thought it was gone over the bar. Craughwell are repeating that it went over the bar. I thought it myself it had gone over, but they're going into the umpire. They're going into the umpire. I thought when Derek Fahy jumped up that one had gone over the bar. We're just going to look at the screen here. There's a bit of off the ball stuff happening as well out here, but it was a brilliant effort by Tom Monaghan. I wonder did it go over. They're going into the umpire. Liam Gordon is going into the umpire. This could be a pivotal moment of this game. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going down on the far side of the field. We'll just have to see, was that over the bar? It's hard to see. We didn't see the shitter.
Derek Fahy's an experienced goalkeeper and he had jumped on the post and his hurl was touching the crossbar. He wasn't too sure. I'd say he might have thought it was over the bar. The far umpire is the one that will probably make the crucial decision. Yeah. Was Liam Gordon behind it out in the middle of the field? The umpire on this side here that's holding that's on the goal flag side, he wouldn't have known really whether it was over or not. But
yeah, we just watched the screen here. It was inconclusive from our vantage point anyway, but it's a 119 to 22 points. This is huge in the context of the game. 4 minutes of additional time have been played. Tom Monaghan has had 4 points from play in the second half. He's got 5 in total. Will this be point number 6? Derek Fahy is in there with the ball in his hand. Liam Gordon is speaking to the umpires. It's 119 to 22 points. Will that soon change or will it stay as it is?
Jeez, they're taking an AGM to decide it anyway.
It's a huge moment, obviously, sir.
Yeah, it is, obviously, and time is probably up. We didn't hear the additional time or didn't see the additional time. It's
a wide ball. It's not been given anyway. It looks as if it's a wide ball. The point hasn't been flagged. I think it's a wide ball, is it? And he has blown it up. Liam Gordon has blown the full-time whistle and the game has ended in a draw. It's just a pity it ended with that bit of controversy at the end, wondering whether the ball went over the bar or not, but it's a point apiece from either side. Andy Cohen is speaking to the linesman on this side of the field. Obviously from our vantage point we hadn't a clue sir whether it went over the bar or outside the bar, but
from Derek Fahy's reaction, no, his duty as a goalkeeper to mind the post and mind the crossbar. I felt that was possibly over the bar. He didn't. If he felt that was outside the post, he'd have just guided the post or stood down. He jumped to try and claim it. He was short of doing that, and possibly it was over the bar. We won't know. We're only judging here from this side of things, but amazing finish to a very good game. I don't know who will be happy out of that. Craughwell would have probably needed the win, having not had one so far in the championship. Ardrahan now have a win and a draw, but exciting finish, no doubt.
It was an exciting finish and it was an exciting game all through, Cyril, but Tom Monaghan's effort will be debated about. They'll be in the pubs of Craughwell this evening. They'll be saying it was a definite score. They'll be in the pubs of Ardrahan and they'll be saying the right decision was made as well. So, but maybe a fair result in the end, a draw. It's a brilliant game of hurling. It ended Ardrahan 22 points, Craughwell 119. As you said, sir, it means that Craughwell now have 1 point after their 2 games, but Ardrahan have 3 points after their 2 games, and Ardrahan will play Sarsfields in the last match, while Craughwell will take on Castlegar. But the other game coming up here today, the Sarsfields team are coming out, led out by their captain Kevin Cooney. They're coming out onto the field. They have 2 points on the board. They will take on Castlegar at 5:15. But the first game, it was an intriguing game. It was a great game, and it ended in a draw, 119 to 22 points, as they're showing the effort on the screen there again. But again, we're not sure whether it went inside the post or outside the post from our vantage point. Anyway.
Yeah, I seen Owen Birmingham, the sub-goalie, coming over to Derek Fahey there, and the first question he was going to ask him was it over, Derek?
I don't think Derek will say anything until he gets into the dressing room. But anyway, it's a draw. Craughwell 119, Ardrahan 22 points. Come back and join us at 5:15 when we're ready to go with the second game between Sarsfields and Castlegar.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck. Chance here for him now to open the scoring. He's taking maximum concentration out of this as he hits the ball in towards the goals, and it proves fruitful.
Position at that, and Ardrahan on the attack here now.
Ardrahan are on the attack here with Oisin Slevin. This will be a good score. That must be said, and he stands over go for a score from play, and that's a good.
To win that free, he's going to hit this himself, and they'd like to see him
in front of his man, and with the left hand Liam Ford catches it and he swivels off the left to go for a score. That's a majestic score by Liam Ford. Should be the equaliser for Jason Kennedy. You would ball out to Tiernan Lane. Tiernan Lane, is this the chance to put Craughwell in front? It is from Tiernan Lane. It's over the bar by Tiernan Lane. It'll be a sweet victory. The ball is won by Oisin Stephanie. Plays the ball across to Albertini. Is this the equalising score for Ross Albertini? It should be the equalising score by Ross Albertini. It is. This is taken by Donald He looks across the field. A superb ball to pick out Keane Walsh. Is this the chance to put Ardrahan in front? And Keane Walsh has put it over the bar. A goal and 8 points so far. Is this going to be the goal of 9 to equalise the ball game? 32 minutes have been played. He puts it between the posts. The sides are level again here.